So today I'm going to review these books, which are known as the Daizenshuu, which if you can read Japanese it says here. And Daizenshuu means in Japanese big complete works, and these books definitely live up to their name. So there are 7 books in this series, and like all Japanese books, the spine is on the right and they read right to left, which is obviously the opposite to English books. And all of these books are in Japanese, but if you can't read Japanese, there are plenty of pictures, and you can kind of understand what's going anyway. Most of the headings are in English anyway. The length of the books varies, but they're roughly 200 pages. Some of them are a bit smaller, some of them are larger. In fact, one of them is even over 300 pages, so they're quite large. So let's get into it. Now you'll notice as well, like each cover has a different picture, but in the background is different, and it is a picture of a dragon. And if you put them all together, for example like this, if you put all seven of them together, they form a picture of a dragon which looks like this, if I can get that into focus. And the back of each book also has a Dragonball corresponding to the volume number in this series. So the idea is kind of that you collect the 7 Dragon Balls, which is a bit cheesy, but that's also kind of cool. So this is volume 1, which is complete illustrations. And if you're going to get one book in this series, I recommend it's this one, because it's mostly pictures. So all of them come with a poster, which is the same as the cover. So it's a little bit small, it's not that big. These are about A4 in size, and there's also a message from Akira Toriyama. So I'm going to actually flip through the back just because it's... Actually no, I'll flip through this way. So it's not my aim to show you like every page, but just to sort of give you a feel for what is in these volumes, because it's going to take a while to show you even the 7. So just lots of beautiful artwork. I have literally drawn every picture in this book. So if you like drawing, if you like anime, like this will just give you hours and hours of entertainment. Like some of these pictures are just off the charts in coolness. And this really is an awesome one. So you can see it kind of goes chronologically through the story. It's one of my favorites. So this one is pretty much all pictures. That is so there was 42 volumes of the manga, so they're the spines that form an image. Some also pictures of Akira Toriyama, and that's just an interview with him at the end, which of course is in Japanese. So that's volume 1, which is the complete illustrations. Number 2 is the story guide, which is actually quite a thick book. So again, you got the poster, and it basically covers the manga, so the story according to the manga. That's the very first manga panel of Dragon Ball. In fact, this is the very first chapter of the series. And then it goes into the adventure history. There's a cool table here somewhere. So just kind of going through the story, what happens. The original color work, so these are just some of the manga done in color. Personal history. So there's 42 volumes, as I said, so this actually tells you which volumes various characters appeared in. So you can see Goku at the top obviously appears in all of them. So just kind of organizes all the information in a pretty easy to read and understand format. This video is already up to 5 minutes. Battle history. So all the battles that happen. So you can see lots of pictures in here. Obviously lots of writing, but still lots of pictures. I love that picture as well. And then the very last chapter of the manga. So that's number 2, which is a story guide. Number 3 is TV animation part 1. So this focuses on the story. And again, lots of writing, but lots of great pictures and artwork. So it obviously starts at the beginning of Dragon Ball, and it works your way through. So this is TV animation part 1, which means that there are obviously a few of them, and I'm going to show you that in a sec. So like even things like this, it shows you, the characters, just great drawing material, super battle scenes, some really great, double page artwork in here. There's just, there's just hours and hours of entertainment in here. So that's TV animation part 1. Then you have the world guide, which is one of my favorites. It's a fairly small one, this one, compared to the others. So this focuses on the different characters, the different worlds, the different races, the different vehicles, the different machinery. Just kind of a guide to the Dragon Ball universe in general, and especially if you go through Complete Illustrations Volume 1, you'll notice that Toriyama Akira is very good at drawing mechanical things. He seems to like, so there's a map of the world. So there's lots of great things in here. I know I'm going very quick. So things like that, the vehicles, the ships, capsules, the scouters, battle armor, guns, all that sort of stuff. So that's a great resource. Then there's TV animation part 2. So this continues on from volume 3. And as you can see, it starts from the Frieza saga, you got the Trunks saga, then you got the androids. And again, just more great drawing and reference material. They probably use these when making the animation, because when you make an animation, there are lots of people who work on the series, and so you need to make sure that it's, it's consistent and that people are actually drawing the same thing. So you can see this actually goes like right up to the sort of Buu saga, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So that's number 5, which is the TV animation part 2. Then you got the movies and TV specials. It's a pretty self-explanatory title, but there's some really cool stuff that came out in the movies. It also has the specials, which I really love, which is the Trunks special and the Bardock special. So lots of, nice colour photo pictures. There's Broly. I know he's very popular. Not a huge fan of the movies. A bit short. It's very hard to kind of introduce a character and have them killed in the space of about an hour. They're quite short, the Dragon Ball movies too. So again, more great drawing and reference material. So as I said, even if you can't understand Japanese, still a lot of stuff. So this is number 7, which is the largest and also the rarest, but it also has the least pictures. It does have pictures, but yeah, it's just a lot of sort of reference material about pretty much anything and everything about the series. It even covers like the merchandise that was released. So I know I'm going very quick. As I said, it's not my purpose to show you every page, it's just to sort of give you a feel for what's actually in these books. So this one is actually over 300 pages. So there's some of the merchandise that was released, some of the chapters and art books, and it actually shows these Daizenshuu books as well in here. So that's the original 7. Now there were a subsequent 3 that were released, and I only have one of them here with me today. So the original 7 were released. Now they were 20 years old. They were released in 1995, but then there were a subsequent 3 volumes released, which are soft covers. They're not hard covers. Okay, so there was Cardass number 1, which is this one, and it is literally just pictures of the card game. Actually, I don't think it was a game. I think it was just collector cards. So, you know, personally, I don't really collect cards, so I'm not that interested in it. But actually quite rare, quite collectible. And at the back, they came with, and it's actually shiny as well, come with these cards, which are quite valuable, actually. So if you do buy this volume, ask if it's got the cards. Then there's Cardass number 2, which is basically the same as this. It's got the card here, but it's got a Super Saiyan Goku in Kamehameha stance. Pretty much the same thing. And then there is the 10th one, which is TV Animation Part 3. It has a Majin Buu with a Super Saiyan Goku on the front, and it continues on from TV Animation Part 2, which was Volume 5, and it just kind of finishes it all off. So they didn't really plan it too well, but yeah, it finishes off the entire TV series arc. I don't think it covers GT from memory. But yeah, so there were originally 7, which are the hardcovers, and then there were subsequent 3 released. So that's the Daizenshuu Dragon Ball book guides. Thanks for watching.